Hi everyone, excited to have you in our income tax accounting class this spring. This is a late start class, which is why we're not starting till February or maybe a little sooner than that. But that was by design, but it does put us in a situation of having to get things going faster and condensing our material a little bit so we can finish by the end of the semester. So wanted to introduce you to the course and how it's laid out and what you can expect, a little bit about the syllabus going forward. Now, first of all, there is a introduction discussion board where I hope that you'll take a chance to introduce yourselves to the class. I have done so there, so you'll find some more information about myself. Now, the course is laid out hopefully with all the things that you are going to need most often right up here at the top in these icons. So one click should take you to what you need. All the content, all of the reading and review will be available here. All your assignments will be turned in as Dropbox, your homework and your tests and tax returns will be Dropbox. You click on that and then it'll take you to the individual assignments where you'll click on them and get the information about what is required. Quizzes we found here, our weekly discussion board, and then to check your grades. So everything should be easily found right there. Here on the front page is my ugly mug and my contact information, including online office hours Zoom link. So you click to this click right here and you will go directly to a video chat feature. And if it's during my office hours, I'll be at the other end and you can ask questions. If you don't have a microphone or camera, we can exchange chats on that. I will keep you informed of the things that are upcoming each week by updating this news feed. And then here at the bottom is the content as another way. So you can get to the content here by clicking or down at the bottom there like I showed you. Down on the right hand side here is the calendar. It will remind you of most everything coming up as well. So you've got multiple ways to see what needs to be done and to remind yourself of getting things in on time. So let's take a look at the syllabus, which is available in the first content module. So showing you how all the content is laid out in modules by week. And so this introductory module has the syllabus as well as the discussion board that I mentioned earlier about where you introduce yourself. Okay, so that syllabus we're going to look at for a little bit. First of all, the text we're going to be using, the 2020 edition by Cruz, Fundamentals of Taxation. We switched textbooks, so from the last time this was taught, in order to save you money. So it was about $70 cheaper than the textbook we had been using, and seems to cover pretty much the same material in a similar way. So I wanted to switch to do that, but it does mean that I'm having to redo a lot of the material and things and get ready. So that's what I'll be working on. Office hours, Thursday 9 a.m. to 11, Thursday evening 8 to 9. That's when you'll be able to just click on that online link. give me a call. You can call the administrative assistant. You can ask for other times, or of course the easiest way is just to post questions on the discussion board. So there's our learning outcomes. Here's our schedule. You see, we roughly go through the textbook. We do jump around a little bit later on, but I'll keep you posted on what those are. I try to have all of the assignments and things due the same day each week so that you can get into a routine. So our first, we'll have quizzes each week. Quiz will be on Thursday, homework, and your discussion questions, research is due on Saturday. All right, with their follow-up also needed. So a little bit about quizzes. There will be 10 questions. You'll have 13 minutes to complete it. You have 3 attempts to take the quiz, and I will only count the highest of your 3 scores. So the way to do well is to read through your textbook, make some notes, use some sticky notes so you can find things easily, especially the numbers that need to be applied, like the standard deduction or something like that. Just put a little bookmark there so you can find it quickly when you're answering the question. You're going to use your textbook, whatever notes you have, in order to take that quiz. So it's not, you can look up answers, but you don't have time to look them all up. So you have to do some reading and preparation for that ahead of time. Homework, you'll see the actual problems that you need to do. They're in the back of each chapter, and you, by clicking on the actual homework drop box, you'll see the problems that I expect you to complete. Once you have done so, you post it, you put it in the drop box, then that will allow, the system will let you then see my podcast of the answers and my explanation, and then you can make corrections. Notice that your corrections should be in a different color than your original answers, so that I can see how you did that, and you may receive up to 10 points even if you got things wrong, as long as you correct that and explain why, what you did wrong and how you fixed it on the corrections. So getting them wrong and correcting them is as good as getting them right the first time. Discussion boards. There's going to be a discussion board each each week, except for test weeks, and they will be graded out of 10 points based on your responses and your explanation. They will generally be about finding answers in the research materials. At the back of chapter 1 in the appendix, there is a kind of a summary about how to find difficult answers in the tax law and what sources of that tax law are. That will be a good guide in being able to find answers and respond to the discussion questions each week. So have a little note that is a good place to go back to reference as to how to cite your sources when you find an answer to the tax law. So you're generally going to have to answer questions and cite where you got your answers and how you found them in that discussion board. And you won't be able to see others' postings until you post yourself. And then of course you can go back and rework your post if you see that others are going in a different direction. Certainly you can respond by fixing yours. You'll have tax returns to do. First ones will be due in week 5 at the same time as our first test, and we're going to do them using Tax Act software, which you can access through our portal. So back on the, let me see, back to here. If you look down at the bottom of your learning modules, there's the one called Connect Tax Act. That is what you use to get the tax software you're going to use to complete your tax returns. I will post another video about the specifics on how to use that, but you want to get that downloaded and installed on your computer soon, even though we won't use it till week 5, just to make sure we work out any bugs in getting that software up and running on your computer long before you have to use it in the actual class. We'll have 3 tests. They'll all be problem oriented. You'll have usually at least 5 days, but usually a whole week to do them and return that. Just follow the directions. Please show your calculations here in bold, and I also put that on the drop boxes. Our points, okay, that sort of thing. Where it broke down, the rest of this is the various policies for class and what is expected that way, and contact information if you need to deal with any of those challenges. So that's how our class is going to work and how you're going to be graded and what's going to be expected. There probably isn't a course that is any more practical than this. We're going to look at lots of different tax forms and how they're filled out. You will actually be in many ways prepared to take what's called the Enrolled Agent Exam by the time you've completed this course. And in fact, there's information in your textbook about that. They actually provide you some test review materials as part of your textbook, but it doesn't come with it. You have to actually use the code that you got shrink wrapped with your textbook to access that materials, but that is available as well. And yeah, just a little bit of a textbook. It is a loose leaf, meaning you put it in a 3-ring binder and you get a code to access the e-text. Through that link I showed you on our website, you can see the e-text as well. So you've got 2 ways of reading or reviewing it. All right, let's get started then on this course. Thank you.